The Suicide Squad is written and directed by James Gunn. It stars Idris Elba, Margot Robbie, John Cena, Viola Davis, Joel Kinnaman, Sylvester Stallone, and a bunch of other people. This movie is a sequel to the 2016 film Suicide Squad, and we focus on a group of supervillains who join Task Force X to complete a mission. They are dropped off at a remote enemy infused island of Puerto Maltese, and they go on this really crazy mission, and you have such a bonkers film. And we have the movie Suicide Squad. So I was highly anticipating this movie. I thought the trailers looked really promising. I love James Gunn as a filmmaker. In regards to the 2016 film Suicide Squad, I thought that was very disappointing. I remember being very excited for that movie, and when I saw it in theaters, it really let me down. But with that said, I had high hopes for this new movie because of the great cast this film has, as well as James Gunn behind the camera. And like I said before, the trailers were just promising. So I saw this movie last night in IMAX, and I'm here to give you guys my review. So the question is, what did I think of The Suicide Squad? This film was absolutely phenomenal. This is easily one of the best movies DC has ever made. I'll go as far as to say that it is my favorite DCEU movie by far, and it is one of the best blockbusters I have seen in recent memory. One of the very best. It is just phenomenal, and I'm so happy to report that this movie not only delivered expectations, it surpassed them. So let's talk about so many of the reasons how this movie is just incredible. So we have the cast. The casting here is just perfect. Idris Elba as Bloodsport. He is the main character in this film. He definitely carries the movie, and I love his character. His character is absolutely badass. He has his arc with his daughter, and he's not very likable in the beginning. I don't want to say not very likable, but he is not a very good person. All these people are villains. But with Idris Elba, he has this redemption arc that as the movie goes on, you're just really impressed to see where he is from the beginning of the movie to where he finishes off. No spoilers, obviously, but he was absolutely incredible in the film. I think he is one of the most talented actors working today, and he absolutely delivers in this movie. John Cena as the Peacemaker, I've never seen John Cena better in a movie. He is so good in this film. He basically plays a douchebag Captain America, but he plays it perfectly. He's very funny, he's very likable, and since he's a villain, he definitely has his traits that make him separate from your ordinary superheroes, but he is just so good in this film. John Cena plays the character with so much charisma, and he is funny in this film. Joel Kinnaman, who played Rick Flag in the first film, I thought he was okay in the first movie, but in this one, he is so much better. There's so much added to his character. He has a lot more charisma. He has more of a personality, and I'm just surprised at how much more I liked him in this film than I did in the 2016 film. Same goes with Viola Davis. She is absolutely incredible in this film. She also delivers a very menacing performance. She is a lot more ruthless in this movie than she was in the 2016 film. Margot Robbie, I think this is the best portrayal I have seen her give in the terms of Harley Quinn. I thought she's been great in the other two movies, Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey, but in this film, she has one scene that is one of the standout scenes in this film, and yeah, she's born to play this part. That's all I can say about Margot Robbie. She's great. She's absolutely incredible. Sylvester Stallone as King Shark, he's hilarious. He's great. And there's so many people here who just absolutely deliver. The casting here is just perfect. The acting and the writing for the characters, every character here gets a time to shine. And that's one of the many great things about this movie is that you're able to simultaneously care for so many people at the same time. And I could see a bunch of people having select favorite characters. Because with the 2016 movie, I feel like there are only two characters that everyone agrees was like the highlight, while everyone else was kind of a throwaway character. In this movie, I could see so many people rooting for King Shark, so many people liking the Peacemaker or Bloodsport or the Polka Dot Man. There's so many characters that I could see people latching onto for the better. And that's what's great about this movie. The writing here is excellent. There's strong dialogue here. The humor is absolutely fantastic. This movie is hilarious. And this movie has a big heart, too. There's a lot of emotional scenes, a lot of scenes that feel earned. And the humor and the drama balance, it's balanced just perfect. That's all I can really say about that. The action scenes are glorious. Let me tell you something. This is rated R, and it really does deliver on the rated R rating. We were promised an absolute gory film with just an absolute level of insanity that we were not prepared for. And I'm here to tell you that they really do deliver on that, especially with the rated R rating. I was shocked with how graphic the movie was. From the opening scene, you can tell that James Gunn absolutely had creative freedom. Just from the beginning of the movie, you'll see that James Gunn 100% takes control of this film. And that's what's great about this movie. It's that this film is not studio interference. You can tell that right away. And it just, like I said, it delivers on so many fronts. The music is excellent. The score and the soundtrack themselves, they really fit the movie so well. The editing is fantastic. And it really feels like one of those 1970s hardcore action movies, but in all the best ways. I can't really praise this film enough. This is absolutely a movie that is one of the best of the year. And in terms of flaws, I just have one small nitpick, and that is that the human villain characters, they're disposable. They're not bad and they're not great. They're just fine. And it's such a small nitpick that in hindsight, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but this is such a great movie, man. I mean, I'm so happy, and I really want to see this movie again. If you are a DC fan, if you're a superhero fan, or if you just like great blockbusters, this is a movie you absolutely have to see. If you can, please watch it in IMAX, because this movie was filmed with IMAX cameras. And I have to say, watching it in IMAX, it was a glorious experience. I love this movie. I'm going to give The Suicide Squad a 9.5 out of 10. It absolutely delivers, and it is one of my favorite movies of the year, hands down. And definitely, like I said, my favorite movie of the DCEU so far. I am so excited to see where the DCEU is headed down next. From my understanding, the next DC movie is The Batman. And that movie, I believe it's not part of the DCEU. It's kind of a standalone thing. So I'm not even sure what's the next DCEU film. But anyway, I love this movie. It's playing on HBO Max, but I would, like I said, if you have HBO Max, I would say try to watch it in theaters at least to support theaters, and because it's one of those movies where I feel like it would be better watching it on the big screen than watching it in your home. Yeah, this film was incredible. So The Suicide Squad gets a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The next review, I'm not sure what the next review will be, but I will be back with a video soon. And yeah, please go watch The Suicide Squad. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share the video if you want, and I'll see you guys next time. So take care. Have a good one. Bye.